Great. Then let's continue with our session. And you see we are almost at the end of our event. Now, please allow me to say a few words about the Bavarian Research Alliance and our services, and afterwards we will have another Q&A session with all the presenters of the second session of today. So quickly, the Bavarian Research Alliance is an association, and the associates are the universities of Bavaria and the universities of applied sciences of Bavaria. And we also get funding from the Bavarian State Ministry of Science and the Arts. This means that we can offer our services free of charge to you when you have a Bavarian partner inside that is either a university or an SME. We are in 3 locations. The headquarters is in Munich, where we are recording the session right now. We have offices in Nürnberg, north of Bavaria, and we also have an office in Brussels. That gives us the possibility to have direct contact to events there, to do networking, and to get the newest information. Now, in this slide, you see the variety of our services. It usually starts with an information service. This could be an event. This could be a personal talk that we have with you. These could be flyers and so on. After these informative events, we have the advisory services. This means that we sit together with you, we talk about your project idea, we talk about possible partnerships with Bavarian candidates, and we are looking for the right funding for your project. Now, the next step, the third one, is EU application support, and this is our main task at the moment, meaning that we actively support you with the grant preparation, with finding the right consortium, structuring your proposal, preparing the budget, also discussing about specific contents of your proposal. Now, once the project is successful, we also support you during the project implementation, the grant preparation phase. So we talk about the consortium agreement, we talk about the grant agreement with the European Commission and so on. And in some cases, for example, in the project Innovativ, we are an active partner in the project management. This service we usually offer when there is a Bavarian coordinator, like the Forschungsinstitut für Wärmeschutz, FIW, in the case of Innovativ. One quick comment, we are part of the Enterprise Europe Network. The Enterprise Europe Network is a network of 3,000 experts in over 600 organizations throughout 60 countries all over the world. The focus is on Europe, and you can use this network in order to find technology partners for your projects, but also to find partners to do business with and to expand your business and do technology transfer. The Bavarian Research Alliance, in this specific case, is focused on supporting SMEs in the context of Horizon 2020 and Horizon Europe, and also create consortia with Bavarian actors. Now, the Bavarian University Funding Program is something that you can have in mind if you want to collaborate with a Bavarian university or University of Applied Sciences, because it gives you relatively easy the possibility to get 10,000 euro traveling money for traveling, a grant for traveling, that you can use either to visit your colleagues in Bavaria, or if you are based in Bavaria, to visit your colleagues abroad. But the only persons that are allowed to apply for this service are members of university and academia, so you need a partner there in order to make use of this funding. And finally, one quick comment about the people working at the Bavarian Research Alliance, the so-called scientific offices, the ones that support you in your project, they usually have an academic background. So they're focused on certain areas where they support you. So I have colleagues working in the medicine and health department. I have colleagues working in energy efficiency. I have colleagues working with social sciences, security, and so on. So you get direct support with your project from people who speak your language, who usually also understand what you're about to do. And this is our Department of ICT Engineering and Natural Sciences. And here you have the contact details. Well, you can have a look at this once the slides are distributed. Now, without further ado, I want to proceed to the question and answer session. And for this, I want to invite all the speakers that have been in the previous sessions, and we will activate their cameras. Caroline, are you already there?
Yes, I am already there, waiting for the speakers.
Okay, perfect. So we had a session of the network for solid construction, including 2 startup pitches. We had the EU project Wallace with Dr. Jürgen Frick from the MPA Stuttgart. And we had the project Leitcoach and the brick pilot line at the Technical University of Nürnberg, Professor Krcmar. So welcome back, everybody who's missing. Now
hello.
We have everybody, 1 person without camera. Okay, Caroline.
Yes. Okay, so let's start with the companies from the Network for Innovative Massivbau. So for HOREICH, there was a question, which kind of sensors do you have experience with mainly?
Yes, we have experience with sensors for cracks, load cells, and humidity. For example, in the case of humidity, we invented our own sensor which monitors humidity which comes into a building and goes down a wall, for example. Exactly, yes, but the cool thing is actually that we can use all kinds of sensors. In the best case, there's a company who sells a sensor, for example, a crack sensor, and then we can connect this to our universal sensor platform, and the client can see the data on his dashboard, on his desk, or there are automatic alarms and so on.
Okay, thank you very much. Then for Jonas Lerchenmüller from KEWANZO, we have a quite broad question, but maybe you can put it into a few sentences. So there was a question of whether or not there is a what's the best or most appropriate business model to attract construction contractors?
This really depends. So we are starting with selling the system, but we also offer our data analytics platform on a business as a service basis. So customers can subscribe for this. But later we want to transform our business model to robot as a service. So basically that is a renting business model with all services included.
Okay, thank you very much. Then we will move on to questions concerning Wallace. So there was one question concerning the aerogels developed. How can they be applied? Can they be sprayed, or is there another method of application for them?
Well, the aerogels in our case was all mixed in something like a plaster or render or discharge mortar. So it was not purely applied. It was a mixture. The supplier of the aerogels was granulates, from Andersens, and the product developer, they use then this aerogel to develop their products. So this is the difference to maybe to other presentations today.
Okay, thank you. And then there was also some bricks, some filled bricks that you developed during Wally's project.
Yes.
So there was a question concerning their compressive strength. What values did you get there?
Well, this it's clear that an insulation brick is not that load bearing than other bricks, but I think we are in the same type of load bearing capacity like the perlite filled bricks. So this was also the aim to have the same performance than the other bricks, but with a better thermal conductivity, thermal performance.
Okay, thank you very much.
I don't know the exact value at the moment.
Yes, okay, yeah. But
it might be in the final report, which will be soon downloadable.
Okay, great, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then there is actually a question for our last presenter, which is Daniel. So could you specify, a question for you as well. Could you specify once more whether or not the Bavarian Research Alliance works with small private companies as well, or only with universities?
All right. So in order to support you free of charge, we need in the whole consortium at least either one Bavarian university or University of Applied Science, or we need one Bavarian SME, and an SME is everything up to 250 employees. If we have this condition met, we can support you. If you do not have these partners yet, please feel free to contact us and ask us about connections, and we will get you into contact with suitable candidates.
Okay, thank you very much. So this is most of the questions that were still open. Anything that wasn't answered yet, again, we will send around all the answers as soon as possible to you, and whatever comes up, feel free to still post it in the questions chat.
Okay, great. Thank you, Caroline, so much. So now this concludes our session. Maybe we can invite Christoph back once more. And I already want to thank to all of you for attending the meeting. The information, I just want to give you the information. The talks will be available for download. I already said that, I will say it again now. You will have a list of all the participants that agreed to be published in the list of participants and who were actually attending the meeting. And you will also obtain later on a recording of the meeting. How we will do this, on what platform, we still have to decide. If you want to have further updates, please use our newsletter from the Bavarian Research Alliance. Visit our homepage. There are other events. There are events that help you writing a proposal, preparing a proposal, but there are also events in networking and events with other, with an emphasis on other topics. Okay. So, Christoph, you also want to say a final word before we close the session?
Of course. Thank you. Thank you for organizing it. Thank you all to all participants for attending this future of the building materials and building application market. This is a great opportunity to show what the Innovativ project has reached. And what we will see as innovations on the building market in the next years. Also related markets like the scaffolding idea and all these robotics and additive manufacturing things. All this future of building will be a very exciting part. in the next years, and this will bring us forward, and this will bring energy efficiency and the reduction of carbon emissions forward, and this will be in line, perfectly in line with the European Green Deal, and I'm really looking forward to being a part of this development during the next years. And if you have ideas, you can either approach Daniel or directly to us, and we will try to set up a project and be innovative and try to bring your ideas to a market, which is really the way we should do it. We should think big, use these ideas, try to bring them to market and solve our energy problems. So thanks a lot for attending, and it's great to be a part of that, and I'm really looking forward to the new developments. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you, Christoph. I couldn't have said it better. Please network, please stay healthy, and I really hope you enjoyed the talks in our session. Feel free to give us feedback via email, and now there is not anything left to say than to say goodbye and stay safe.
Goodbye.